collective energy reading. Please only take what resonates. Always leave the rest for the best. Don't stress. Because if you're stressing, you in your mind, it's because of your ego, your pride, you've got this aggressive energy. Certain people thought they were smart, thought they was a magician, using their hidden skills, doing spell work, things that was in the dark. You're going to hear about these secrets, about the masculine, their mindset when they was trying to secure this inheritance. They was on a karmic cycle. They're gaining that higher clarity and that wisdom. They did wrong. It's time to do wrong, time to do right. They was doing wrong. They was having plenty of time to do wrong. Now they're in their mind, they're looking at their emotions. People are getting stressed. You hear that dog barking? Arguments, conflict, warnings. This is a warning, warning. Duality, reality. That's when you have to hit right back down to gravity. Stress, conflict in that mind because you get that higher clarity. That's when you have to go into hermit and gain introspection, higher awareness about those family members, the friends, the people, the associates, who you was around, what was you dominating over, resources, where was your mind at when you was trying to secure things? Was you in that masculine energy and doing it with a great authority? Was you being protective, or was who was clinging on to your masculine? Take it all as it resonates. This could have been a feminine energy, thought they was great. Could have been a masculine energy. They did it with a great aggressive force and willpower towards you. And it was all for 4 of coins, for money. Now they're having stress and conflict. Within that, I haven't got a dog, but we can hear this dog barking next door, because that's the accumulation. They was too busy trying to accumulate that property. That was all for money. Now they're getting that high awareness, clarity in regards to these people, places, situations, things, even the way they was creating and of their habits, because of their mindset, because they was in that low dense energy, didn't want to transform, all because it was obsessions, looking and lingering for that golden calf, in that childlike spirit, being a fool, having great leaps of faith when you're not looking and identifying with that balance. Do you think it's my proper fault that's their fault? Do you think that's their proper pasture and their proper fault? Because that's now they're looking. So they've got to be able to identify, is that their proper pasture, the way they put themselves, the way they thought, their mindset, are they getting a higher clarity? Did everything they could as long as they could. So they did all that spell work to be able to block you. 1850, so you're not able to be able to move forward. That moon, illusions, they did a lot of these illusions to be able to block you, to try to cause you stress. Put these boundaries in place so he wasn't able to be able to move forward. That could be an Aries, Scorpio, fire sign, Leo, take it all as it resonates. They did aggressive energy, all for extra actions. Court, adjourned. So they may have to go court. So they're going higher court now, because you're going to hear about they was doing certain things for some inheritances, property look. So they didn't have that all eye knowing and all that eye seeing. Oh, so they're getting blocked and feeling that they can't see, because they're getting that understanding about they've got to go court. So they got to be able to go to court now about this assets and this property. Certain people was holding and clinging on to your partner's finances. Take this all as it resonates, because they was in that extra energies, and that's like because we had love affairs, so they could have created a child and they could be having to pay now because of the service, so they could be having to find money for court. Take it all as it resonates. After she left, it stayed. So after you left, they had somebody around staying. Take this all as it resonates. So you can find out that after you left, somebody stayed and did everything they could to be able to not make you be able to move back forward too, because it was about stability, extra energies with your partner in that childlike spirit, to be able to possess things. Take this all as it resonates. I'm not perfect, made mistakes in my life, but not this time. Good, you're holding it better. So they've not made these mistakes. You could say, I've not made these mistakes, not this time. I've made mistakes, but it wasn't me this time. Now they're saying it wasn't me. Now I'm gaining clarity that I've got to be brave. Certain people was being stubborn, controlling them. Take it all as it resonates. Now there I am, I'm gaining wisdom. Certain people once acted like they was spiritual, and like when you really institutionalize in your mind and you haven't got that higher wisdom, and you just go to church and you just gain that regimented, you was emotionally, mentally, physically, financially balanced. They was restricted to those low dense energies, didn't know how to have these boundaries, didn't have clarity to be able to speak that truth. You spoke truth, you spoke words of wisdom, you had understanding to be able to understand, compassion, move with your heart, know, to be able to do right, to be right, take it all as it resonates. They didn't have that understanding. You had to keep on continuously keep on moving forward with truth, standing in your truth. Now they really want to be able to come and speak the truth towards you, because that's that Two of Wands, that opportunity. They did everything to be able to block you, so you wasn't able to be able to move forward. Now you're discovering about these feminine energies. Was doing a lot of childlike spirit, back to school, back to kid, karmic shiznizzle, low dense energies, holding on, speaking, blocking, talking bad in regards towards you. Like you was doing the things that was in the unknown, and you was not that clear one, and you was not that pure one. They was doing it hard, like you didn't have that hard, pure energy, and you was like you want the vibrant one. They was programming those divine masculines' minds, trying to be able to control them. They can see that you was a nurturer, you was a carer, you're a provider, you're that higher clarity. They can see now they're seeking the truth. It's masculine about the actions that they took. It's karmic, holding them down, doing spell work. They're having a tower moment, because they're looking after she left, it stayed. Now it's shocking because they're seeing that energy. They're feeling bankrupt now. They could have robbed them, cleaned them dry, or because of the actions and the service that was provided, they could even try to start a business. Now they're seeking higher clarity. They need to be able to seek more information, because when they was working and who they was providing to, they may have to pay it at court. I'd have to think, oh my gosh, how am I going to pay this court cost now? And they're holding it better, that decision, to be able to keep on moving forward, because you're good and you're handling it better. That tower moment, they maybe see you made that choice, you stay balanced. You wasn't able to keep on moving forward. You get that higher, you had compassion, you had discernment. You wasn't able to be aware. You had that higher clarity because you nurtured yourself, you cared for yourself, you had that understanding because you was practical. You analysed about the choices that they made, your partner. 2, you use your intuitions because you was a high priestess. You wasn't able to continuously keep on moving forward because you was adaptable. You had balanced the mental and the physical. They was too busy in the possessing what I'm creating. You kept on moving forward, analysed yourself. They just had this aggressive, egotistical mindset. They wasn't unrealistic. They was too critically blocked. They was emotionally, mentally blocked. You kept on moving forward now, and you got higher clarity, higher awareness. Now you've seen people trying to seven source you. Now they see it's better times ahead. You went towards that better times ahead. And they're looking like that's overcoming that hardship. So you wasn't able to overcome this hardship. So they see you're handling it good. How are you able to overcome this hardship? They can see you're impeccable. That's that taste. You're like a queen of coins. You're prosperous, organized. So they're vexed because you wasn't able to be able to move forward. Now they're blocked because they're in that 4 of Wands. They could be looking at the community and that support. You're enabling people to be able to grow. You're grounded, you're nurturing. They may be looking out for community support. They may see you going. You could be hearing about them getting married and celebrating. Take this all as it resonates. They could hear about you. They may be wanting to be able to come towards you now because they can see they want to be able to overcome these hardships because they're having this tower moment. They're making that decision. They've got that higher clarity. They want to be able to come towards you and speak because they're having that understanding now about the addictions and the illusions, about that habit. And they could have been around this Queen of Coins trying to hold on for money in the wrong way. They could have been in that reverse. They was doing it like there was a perfectionist manipulating them. So they're going to let you know they was around the Queen of Swords manipulating. You're going to say, that makes sense. She said she did. Did trust her. Yeah, that makes sense. So you could hear the auntie, a feminine energy. Take this all as it resonates. A mother. Did trust a cousin, a family member that you was caring for, supporting. Take this all as it resonates. Nose starts itching, guys. Testing is absolutely necessary. So you might have to test them. Discernment. See. Play wise. Catch fool. Can't stay longer. Got to go. So they're having this tower moment. They could be saying they can't stay longer. They got to go. You might not want to stay longer. You might want to be able to go because you need balance. Nothing to lose by trying. So they're having this tower moment. They could be letting go, making that decision to break down, take that chance to be able to move forward, come towards you, Take this all as it resonates, travel. They could be far from you, news position. Wow. So they could be now being versatile, now being optimistic. They're taking that great leap of faith because they're seeking that truth. They're coming towards you. That was not my fault. So they're going to let you know it wasn't my fault about these people who was blocking me and holding on to money and assets with family members and friends. Take it all as it resonates. It's understanding. You have to understand the book. So they're understanding that book now because they're getting that higher clarity. They may be looking at judicial service. They may be looking at laws and service for working with general public. Take this all as it resonates. That could be about finances, money, things in the secret, spell work. Take this all as it resonates, guys. Always leave the rest for the best. Don't stress. If you're stressing, you have to think as to why you're stressing. This could be this Knight of Cups stressing in their emotions. A Charming, it was idolist, and he was searching and he was out there looking for that rightful things, looking for the things on the outside, not seeking that wisdom on the inside, because they can say they was out having these 3 of Cups, socialising, partying, having extra energies. That could have been socialising, like, you know, with people in the local community, families and friends, people that you grew up with. They're looking now because of the things that they possess and what they was doing and how they was doing it, and their extra energies, and where you're trying to be able to secure things, and that's about your stability and you're moving forward. Extra energies. These spell work. That karmic was doing spell work. That 19, higher clarity. 7, they're getting awareness because that was about a close friend, a family member that was around you. Could have been towards your masculine. They could have been taking great authority, manipulating, trying to take control and leadership of your masculine. That was to take control, leadership. They're looking now, connecting to their emotions, because that's that Tower moment. 6 of Wands. They see you as that success. They was trying to block your success. You're going to see. Bad mind not reach nowhere. Yo, you bad mind people, you're wicked. You need to be able to get balance, all because of those habits, or because your mindset, or because you haven't got that great understanding, because you know when you haven't got that insight, because when he's doing that bad work, speaking, spells, and you think you're usually a great magician, it's going to come back towards you. 8, because you don't have that transformation. You're going to gain higher clarity. Certain people was being a fool when they was doing this spell work, and that's because they was in that aggression, or because of your ego, or because of your mindset, your attitude and your approach, or because of how people see you, that impression what you're putting out there, because they wanted to compete against you. Why? All for your 9. Also, you could go up for your 10 of Cups, for your divine masculine, divine feminine. All because they didn't have that balance. They didn't have that high awareness, and all because they got a social awareness of you. And you're growing. There was a bad mind. They was jealous. They was detached from their emotions, those thoughts, or because they didn't have compassion. That was all because they had lack mindset. Wasn't able to use their intuitions. This is this King of Wands. They're looking now because they can see that vision. They may have seen you in that vision. They're going to let you know about certain people who's blocking you. Now they're manifesting you because they're connected to their emotions. All I think about is you, babe. Now they're making that decision to be able to come from you. They may be having to leave that 3 of Cups where they're at to come towards you. So they're getting that higher clarity. They're taking that leap of faith and running. I want to run to you, because the kids know more than she thinks he does. So there's children. They could hear about this father figure, could know about this feminine energy of the kids, about the talking, the acting, about people's being wise and jealous. This feminine energy, take it all as it resonates, was holding on. And now they're looking about these love affairs, even looking at the different dynamics and what the reason was, because they didn't have compassion and they didn't have that inner peace, confidence. They lacked confidence and self-esteem. They wanted to block yours. They thought they was being creative, all because of their mindset. All because of their mindset. They didn't have confidence. Now they're having stress. Breakdown. Break it down. Break it down. He was a bit of a bitch. I was arrested by them, or aroused by them. Doing right things can make better if it was it to do. To be able to look at that seat, and now they're looking at the seat, the position where they were. They're going to let you know they got arrested. So they had a tower moment. And they could have got arrested by a police officer, somebody. So they was arrested by them. Doing right thing can make better if we do it together. So they could have worked with somebody doing some spell work with a family member or a friend. Because 7, that's family member or friend. Tower moment, that's the only reason why you're going to have a tower moment. Things are going to say. They're going to say if we got arrested together. So I was arrested by them. And doing the right thing can make better if we do it together. So they had to make a decision and a choice to be able to say they got stopped and basically it was this by this person and now I did this, and the way how someone was having this ego now and they thought it was naive. Doing spell work, speaking, conjuring. Take this all as it resonates, guys. Always leave the rest for the best. People make up their mind before the truth comes out. So they could say, oh, somebody's done it on purpose and they did it so you could make up your mind and it was this for on this purpose and that for that purpose, when really they was doing spell work, blocking it to be able to confuse you so you didn't have those illusions because it was jealousy, bad mind, vindictive, deceive, confusion, putting all illusions in place or to anchor down to hold on. So people wasn't able to transform, so they didn't have that higher character. The trade-off, not worth it. So they thought they was going to be able to gain this victory. And now they're looking at that I was all on a karmic cycle, all because of their mindset towards money, extra energies doing it to be able to control. They wasn't using their intuitions, they weren't connecting to their heart. That just caused them a lot of stress. Now they haven't got no inner peace. And now they're looking at themselves because they're trying to be able to communicate. They've got a social awareness of you. Even you knowing, because they can see you, they're analysing you, they be watching you. When you're posting and you're doing certain things in the way you're moving, it's causing them stress, really. Because you're coming stable and they don't like the fact that you're stable. Proud of the team, celebrating was a disaster. Got lucky celebrating. So they thought they was going to celebrate. They thought they was going to be able to celebrate and take that leap of faith with your partner. They thought they was going to go to that hotel. Now they're looking back to that karmic cycle. 12, big karmic cycle. 8, transformation. 5, high awareness, clarity in regards to you. I would, if something woman, so this woman, they would have, if that woman didn't block them and stop them, could have been an auntie, a family member, a friend, conjured up magic, put a barrier in place. They had a great willpower to be able to stop you. Take this all as it resonates because it was holding on and clinging on. It was being selfish. You're going to see about this big test they wanted and craving for forgiveness now. All because of the kids know about this feminine energy and the choices that they made. All because of this materialistic that was being stubborn. This could have been about a mother figure. 2, about their habits. Venus, the way they was creating. You're going to see, you're going to find some information about the sexual and the way they was monitoring, honouring. And now certain people was programming, so they could have even been programming the kid to say, not say nothing. Bond. Because they're looking at this bond and it grows stronger. So even the kid knew about this bond. Take this all as it resonates. And this tower moment about this feminine energy. So even the kid knew, and you were supposed to use your intuitions about that family member, that cousin, that thought they was wise when they was communicating, because they thought they was being brave in that childlike spirit. Take this all as it resonates, so that family member could have come towards you, speaking, when you could have put boundaries in place. Take this all as it resonates. The child knew about that bond. Yellow could be significant that he had higher clarity, higher awareness. You had higher awareness. Because they was doing that magician, that spell work. Yellow, egg. Because they was trying to break hearts about this marriage. It's when they knew about this past life, they was trying to block that. Too many came out. Just reminds me about the yolk in the egg. this child even knew the labyrinth. They was trying to play house. And even when you feel lost, there is always a way through the labyrinth. Because that's that awakening, transformation, connect to their heart, their emotions. Because now they're looking back towards you. They're getting that high awakening. They maybe wanted to be able to come and give you temperaments. Because it's that power of love. You can't mess when people was trying to block that love. Fully trying to block that love. So he wasn't able to be able to move forward. And it was remarkable attraction. So people was really trying to block it. It was a test for you to cherish. It was like yin and yang balanced love to be able to rekindle. It was intense because it was illusions. It was a soul contract. So I want to be surprised because they're receptive. They're getting that enlightenment about the union. They want to come and honor you. They see that challenge. Someone wants to hide. Let's see what's hiding. They're learning. So they're looking because of their feelings. They're seeing the signs, twin flame, guilt, spiritual, universe, Cupid, remarkable. People's trying to block you. So you're going to see they did a lot of spell work to be able to block you. Imagine how much work people have to do to go out there. Wicked and bad mind, wicked every time. Bad mind, wicked every time. Selassie, I wicked every time. Listen, I don't know about you, like, you know. Sometimes I wonder if I couldn't make it through to this world I didn't have a clue. Now the man them don't know what to do. They explained you was not listening. So they're going to say, oh, I tried to speak to her, but that person didn't. I tried to speak to him, but they didn't listen. And they says no, and they did this, and they said that. Why? Because they didn't have that, speak that truth. Because they was trying to be smart. They thought you was naive, like you didn't have eye clarity, like you didn't have that discernment. Or because certain people was detached and they was insecure. You were steadfast. Certain people was well organized when they was doing that. Because they thought they was using their intuitions. They wasn't connecting. They weren't using their intelligence correctly. Yes, I apologize. Should not have questioned your decisions. So now the way they questioned, they didn't want you to question their decisions because of their aggressive energy and their actions and who they were serving and what family members and friends. So they could have been questioning now, oh, what did you do and who did this? And they could have said that you was doing spell work. Like, they explained you was not listening. Yes, we did read that. Yeah. So they're apologizing now because of the decisions about the questions. Understanding your concerns. So now they're understanding your concerns about their mindset, their action towards money, and the people that they was around, a feminine energy, a mother figure, trying to block because of their habits, and they was not connected. They didn't have compassion. I can't help them emotionally because they're emotionally blocked. Emotionally blocked because they wasn't able to open their heart. So they're looking back towards you because they could be wanting forgiveness. Let's see what their confession is. Surprise. Get ready to be able to receive, because now they're having that awakening. They may want to take that great leap of faith to be able to come towards you. You could be having surprise about this wedding. Take it all as it resonates. It's this time moment and that labyrinth. Now they want to be able to apologize. Oh guys, it's transparency. If they're feeling those feelings, they may be needing healings. Let's see what that was, because they're looking now, because they're afraid to be able to tell you about this wedding. They could have got married and it's just a bro broken in, or about the bonds that they was placing within these secrets about this assets, and they're feeling destroyed because they're having this divorce and it's caused chaos. Told them what they needed to get to be able to get help. So they could have told them what they needed to get help, like they needed nurture, stability, pleasure, extra energies. A friend did. They just could have done that in that childlike spirit, gone out partying, socializing, got themselves all effed up. Divine Feminine, I cry when I think of our past memories. They stuck on the past issue. So they could be stuck on that past issue, heartbreak, hurt and pain. People doing spell work, their ego, that aggressive energy. Take it all as it resonates. I am and impulsive, the way I was acted. I borrowed yours, make no sense. You both having one. So they could have borrowed bank account, energy. They could have borrowed some of your information. Source. Pioneer. Something they want. They borrowed something. You don't know her at all. So I'm going to let you know about you don't know this feminine at all, or who that person was. Or they could be telling her, that person, they don't know you at all. No one made them do anything. They knew the risk. You would do anything for you. So no one made them do anything. They'll do the risk. They're going to do this risk. They'll do anything for you. Could have forced. Would have helped for a while. So you could have forced it. It would have helped for a while, but it was divine intervention. It was a karmic cycle. Had to go through it. Had to do it. Here's a gift. I'm giving no choices. Will have to be enough. I'm sorry I hit you. So they could be having to go to court because they could have had lick down sessions, and you could be hearing about this now because that's a Tower movement. They could go prison. Did everything right, still got mad at you. So they did everything right. You could have done everything right. They still got mad at you. You could hear about these things left, right, and center. He refused to make a decision. So they refused to make a decision to go towards that opportunity. So they're having this Tower moment. Impressed how you aggressively study your ground and standed your ground. So yes, you stand your ground impressively. Study, you take that lick and you stick. You got that willpower to lick a bitch back too. If you lick bitches licking you and you ain't getting licked back. Spiritual lick back. Adrenaline is the enemy because of their ego. Is that enemy, that force, what they put in quick, fast, flight, fighting. That aggressive energy, quick and fast. Don't think before you move in. Calculating their choices and chances to fight the odds. So now they're calculating the chances to be able to fight the odds, be able to come towards you because they're needing healing. Looking back and see a part of the past life. Sorry, I've been out of touch. The truth coming out didn't help because they're looking now at the marriage. So that truth is coming out because it didn't help about that marriage, about the choices that they made because they were trying to possess some money. And that was to be able to hold on to some assets. They could have needed it to be able to put into something for a service because paying people 6, who's caring, providing a service, home, stability. Take this all as it resonates. Care. They could have been cried in care. Take this all as it resonates. Let's see what the gossip is. What they don't want you to know, but you need to know. What they've been hiding. And moving sideways with divine intervention. So you know it was a divine intervention about these family members and friends, and they're getting that divine intervention because it's like evolution. It's a growth. You're either slowing or you're going because it's that me versus me. Divine intervention. You have to look at yourself, analyze, growing, reflect about the actions, higher clarity, awareness, the bets. Why? Because you got the Photoshop. They got picked to the pig shit. Now they're looking back at the shit that they picked, and now they're gaining that clarity because of stress in their mind. Rebound. They had a rebound, and now they want to slide up in your DMs. You could have friend zoned them. Take this all as it resonates. Because now they want to come back towards you. Because they can see your influence and status. They was around with that toxic love. Now they're stressed because they picked shit. And now they needing healing. They're looking back towards you and can see you as a part of that past life love. Now they wasn't able to make that correct decision, or because of their mindset. I don't know what to do to help him. So now they need help. You might not know what to do to help them because they're in stress. That person don't know what to do to help them because there was a rebound. I don't like it like that. It's right like that. So they don't like it like that. It's right like that because they can see it's toxic love. We're going to be roommates. So they could have been roommates with people. She did it better. Cares better. A better friend. So they could have had toxic love and they met certain people because they was around because of patterns. It was harmful attachments. And they could say temporary. They've seen that it was temporary comfort and avoiding loneliness. It was quick. That person was doing it better. They're getting high clarity, high awareness. They're like, oh my gosh, 10, 10, 10, judgment on your blood clots. It was only nice, feel sorry for you. So it was only nice to them because they felt sorry for them. because it was a rebound. So then it came with toxic love, because it was me versus me when they wasn't able to make that decision, when they had that tower moment. And that rebound, use a Jezebel, use a rebound. Oh gosh. Took my big champ choice going back. So took my big chance, they're going back. So they're taking that big chance, Six of Swords. They're swimming to you.